How is it going, everybody? It is Sean, or the Armchair Coach. Welcome to episode 13 of UTSA Dynasty. The first two episodes have featured a loss in each of them, but that will be the last time we have a loss at all this season, right? We are getting ourselves hyped up. We've got 4 more conference games to go this season, and then potential playoff football ahead of us. I've already gone ahead and taken care of recruiting. As you can see, we are still in good shape for most of the recruits we are going after. We are falling behind for Russell Olson. We did up him to a hard sell, and we even gave him a little more NIL. So we're hoping that makes a difference for us here. And then, if you remember, at the end of last episode, we lost a cornerback prospect, a 3-star gem we went after. So why not go out there and replace him with a 4-star gem in Joel Smith here? Now, he does have some teams competing for him, or he has one team, I should say, competing for his services. So I started out with a low offer, but we will up that offer if that means we can bring him in here. But other than that, we are still just trying to close out some of these other recruitments. We're still in great shape for a lot of them. So we're going to waste no time here with a lot of football still ahead of us this season, as we will hop right in here against the FAU Owls in the Alamo Dome. And as you can see, we've got a blackout crowd here today. It would seem that in the update, we got some new traditions, including our blackout crowd, as we're going to take on the FAU Owls here at home with definitely 4 recruits in attendance. We still have a lot of recruitments that we're trying to shut out here. So a big win at home is absolutely on our minds here, as we are already getting an offensive moment here to start. It's going to be 3rd and 9 in the very first opportunity of the game here. Breaks Cherry in the backfield as we're going to hand off to Deuce Lawrence, and we're going to let him make a man miss and pick up the first down here. So off to a hot start maybe offensively, as we are pushing the ball into their territory, as it'll be another 3rd down opportunity. It's 3rd and 9 again on their 31. This time we'll drop back to pass with Briggs Cherry, and we'll rifle one in there for Emmett Longo, pick up another chunk, and I think we will indeed get a red zone moment. So now that we're inside the red zone, happy to start handing the ball off, letting our ground game take over and do the talking, as Chad Draghi, our talented bruiser archetype running back, is going to run right through a man and pick us up a big chunk there. 2nd and 5, let's try to dial up the RPO. Nothing doing, so we'll give him another handoff here. So 3rd and 1. Not a ton doing so far in the run game, as the Floating Pants, sisterhood of the Traveling Pants, came out to this game. How wonderful. And okay, so FAU manages to hold up on 3 consecutive plays here. Not exactly ideal, but we will come back to it on 4th down, and surely we can find something open here, as we're going to scramble, maybe just pick it up with our legs and then slide. Very smart play there from Briggs Cherry to put us inside the 5 with 1st and goal. Continuing to pound the ball on the ground here, nothing doing this time. They're really plugging the runways. Oh my, let's just say we're struggling to run the ball a little bit, as it's 2nd and goal here. We'll drop back to pass, maybe look through the air, but I'm just going to run it anyway. Oh my goodness, they are covering everything so tight and taking away my ability to speak here early. As on 3rd and goal, Deuce Lawrence will check in. They're not really keyed in to play the run that well, as Deuce Lawrence is going to leap over a man. Touchdown, Roadrunners. Oh my goodness, that was real close. That could have ended very poorly, but our little dude will get in the end zone, and we're up 7-0 here early on. And immediately we are given another offensive moment here. It's 3rd and 5, as I think we'll just let the quarter run out, and then we'll call a play. All right, 3rd and 5 here. And Emmett Longo's got one-on-one coverage on the outside. We've seen him really step up as of late, being able to go up and make a big play for us, and he can't get it that time. Unfortunately, can't time it up quite right. And they're going to let us try to go for it here on 4th down. You know I'm always game to go for it on 4th. I mean, Emmett Longo might have one-on-one coverage on the outside again, and you know what? Why not try for it again? And he's going to go up and get it. Touchdown, Roadrunners. Oh, man, we are so back with our big play receiver. Emmett Longo coming up big here early, as we will wait for the replay on this one. The unfortunate thing about the catch timer is I feel like I spend so much time focusing on that to time it up as well as possible. I don't get to enjoy the big play in itself. So we really got to see this replay. What a catch here with a cornerback ready to lay a hit right into his chest there. 14-0 Roadrunners, but FAU will complete a big pass of their own for a touchdown. 3rd and 5 opportunity here for us with 5 minutes left in the second. We're going to hand off to Deuce Lawrence here. He's got some space. Can we make a man miss? Not quite. And it's going to be 1st and 10 on the 13, which means that we will indeed have a red zone opportunity. We've done a little bit of everything so far. We've gotten some big plays through the air. We've gotten some consistent medium gains through the air. And we've also had some pretty good success on the ground as Chad Draghi picks up a big chunk for us. His name is so much mental energy to say sometimes. As we are right on their goal line here on 1st and goal. Let's see if we can catch them slipping with the RPO. Not quite. And Draghi's unfortunately also going to get taken down in the backfield. We're going to try to switch over to the run. I did not like the look we had. I honestly don't like the look of the run against this either, but we will find nothing but green grass and then the blue grass of the end zone. It's another touchdown here, 21-7 as we get close to halftime. So FAU went down and kicked themselves a field goal. There's a minute 38 on the clock here. We have a 2-minute drill opportunity. They want us to go down there and get some points. So let's do just that here as we will hand off to Deuce Lawrence on 1st and pick up 5. Was really hoping to maybe pick up some more there as on 2nd down. Maybe we'll find something in play action. And we are going to roll out. I don't see anything. However, okay, that was not... Oh, it's George Nage was going to catch it. He's got nothing but space to the end zone. What happened? Oh, my God. That was an electric play. I thought we were going to lead the ball a lot better there to George Nijman, but once again, we've talked about it. This is why you have receivers just like him that can go up and do just that, as after he breaks the tackle, he's got nothing but green grass in front of him. What a huge play before halftime. Okay, offense has awoken here. We've also maybe realized our potential here to take some more shots now that we know the timing window might actually exist. As we'll hand off to Draghi. There's nothing but space again. Oh my goodness, this is what it feels like to play defense as me. As speaking of defense, we haven't played a single defensive moment so far this game. 2nd and 6 here inside their red zone once again. As we'll look to pass here. Nothing really developing as they're going to call that intentional grounding. I felt like we were well outside the tackle box, but I suppose not. So it's going to be 3rd and 22 here. I mean, and once again, I mean, why not go up and go out and take a shot here, right? Nothing to lose here on 3rd down. Emmett Longo's got one-on-one coverage and incredible athleticism, the hands, whatever it takes to bring down big plays for us. Oh my goodness. Am I abusing it? Maybe just a little bit, but we're also on our game tonight as far as being able to time these catches up. As it's 1st and 10 for us here. 35-19 is the score. FAU not really struggling to put points up for themselves as Briggs Cherry will take a QB draw. And on 2nd and 2, like I said, you know, FAU's not struggling to score on their own, but our offense has really come to play here as we'll go to the pass game on 2nd down. We're going to roll. Briggs Harry's going to find Deuce Lawrence. That's a really tough combination of names to say in sequence there. As the 3rd quarter ends here, we've got a big lead and chance to go put up more points to add to it. We talk about dominant football in games where we are not dominating. Well, here is a dominant showing, I think, from us. Run game really not producing big results. However, we've really answered in the passing game. 2nd and goal here, Draghi in the backfield again. No reason to risk it with a pass. Let's go let him get a 2nd touchdown today as we continue to watch this game wind down. And finally here in the 4th quarter, we are going to step in on defense for the very first time. 4th and 7 opportunity for the Owls. We're going to stay in zone coverage, make sure we play as much of the field as possible, as we are going to snag an interception. Is that Enrique Warrior playing coverage? What has happened? What? What is Enrique Warrior doing that deep down the field in coverage? I don't even care. We snagged that pick, okay, as it's 3rd and 5 for us here as we are winding down the clock, trying to find the hole there. Do manage to find it, but can't do much afterward. Deuce Lawrence seeming to be the big playback for us here today with 101 yards on the ground. 4th 18 opportunity here for the FAU Owls. We're still going to keep playing that zone coverage. Don't let them take the big shot. Well, they got the big shot there and the touchdown. Well, that's annoying more than anything. They're going for the onside kick. We'll make sure that they don't have an opportunity to go down there and get any more points, as we will dive on it. And that should hopefully just about seal it as we go down and score a touchdown. So we get those points right back. It's 4th and 10 for them again, playing a lot of 4th down opportunities. Actually, you know what? Let's try a blitz. I guess we'll play some man coverage, try to bring some heat, as they're going to throw it deep, and we will not be able to pick it off, but do get to knock the ball out. And we are in their red zone, running the clock down on this game. What a win for this team. Really think that maybe if we had been aggressive with one-on-one shots with our guys downfield in that game, we're talking about a different result against Nebraska. Maybe not so much against Texas. However, still hurts to think about. But at this point, our eyes are on nothing but the future, as we're just going to take one more carry here, and that should just about do it. And indeed, that is just about it here. We walk away with a 49-25 win here over the Owls. Briggs Cherry only threw the ball 16 times today for 217 and 3 touchdowns. That's an interesting thing to think about. I mean, we were really driving the ball down their throats with the run game. Almost 40 carries. That's a little bit concerning there. But big plays through the air, especially by Emmett Longo, and a huge one from George Nijman as well. What a game from our team today on offense. How are we looking on the defensive side? Not producing a ton of tackles for losses or sacks. We do manage one interception with an edge rusher who was way deep in coverage. Let's just not think about that too much. And we are going to move on here to next week. We are 7-2 now. And can we keep this momentum up as we try to get ourselves in the best possible position for playoff football? Okay, so it looks like we have a new screen for hard commitments, as Xavier Shorter is a hard commitment. That's different for sure. Either that or something looks weak or weird, as we are in a recruiting battle, but we are in first for everybody else here. So I will set practice, look at recruiting, and I will be back. Okay, so our big update for recruiting is that we need to win this week. We have a lot of recruits that are coming to visit, a full 4 recruit visit week. And we are up against Memphis, which is going to be our toughest conference matchup. So this is a very important week for recruiting, as I will show you which recruits that we have on campus. We have Dante Heflin coming to visit, along with Russell Olson. We also have Chip McGlover. Okay, well, it's just those 3, but those 3 are very important recruits. That's a quarterback, a quarterback that we are not in first place for, a tight end, and a guard. Those are 3 very important positions for us going into next season. Obviously, they're important every season. So we have a very tough matchup against Memphis. Let's step in here. Let's do our very best to have a great performance here at home against what could be our last really tough matchup before the postseason. All right, we've got more home cooking today against Memphis. We don't need to continue to overstate the importance of this matchup. We know what's at stake here today with recruits in attendance, as our very first moment will be a offensive 3rd and 8 here inside their territory. Going to come out here in the shotgun. We're going to see how they fare in the passing game today, as we will look to pass. They do have some pressure coming, and we are not going to be able to get the ball out in time. Not the best start here. We're going to take the points here with a long field goal from our usually reliable field goal kicker, unless we're playing Texas away from home, as he's going to put a 54-yarder through for us. 3-0 here early, as Memphis can't get anything going. but they eventually are going to start pushing it into our territory. It's 1st and 10 for them inside our red zone. Let's see if we can get something going in man coverage here, as they're going to rifle one in, but Jermaine Santana Diaz is going to knock it away for us. So maybe we look to continue trying to keep them restricted in playing some man here, as they're going to look for the RPO, and they're going to sneak that one in past Cornell Bowie. Touchdown Memphis, as we are driving down their field here. It's 3rd and 8, though. Or not 3rd and 8, it's a 3rd and 4. As, you know what, maybe we try to catch them with the run here. We might have a favorable look here inside the box, as we're going to hand off to Deuce Lawrence. He's got some space. Can't make the safety miss, but that is a big 1st down for us, as we are pushing it down inside their territory, but they are holding us out. 4th and 5 here for us, as the first quarter is coming to an end. We're going to get the snap off just in time, as just Prince Hall will snag that one, pass a little bit more behind him than I was really hoping. That was not ideal there, as we look to continue our momentum as we get the reins here inside the red zone. Briggs Cherry in the pistol, going to turn around and hand it off to Draghi. And you know what we're going to do one-on-one, as he is going to get stood up by the safety. Really was hoping he would run right through him there, but that's all right. We've got a 1st and goal here from the 7, and we'll just hit a deja vu on this play. Hand it off to Draghi. There's no one to stop him this time. Touchdown UTSA. So we take a 10-7 lead here. 3rd and 7 opportunity now for Memphis. I'm going to try to stay in some zone coverage this time. Maybe be a little bit more cognizant of an RPO here, as they're going to throw one out. And we're in position to pick it, and we snag it with Jermaine Santana Diaz. He gets the foot down. So many times Jermaine Santana Diaz is getting burned. Not that time. What good positioning, and what a great catch from our strong safety there, as we are pushing it inside their territory. But it is 3rd and 10 here, as we are inside their territory. We're going to drop back to pass and find George Nidgeman, and he is going to almost find the first. Not quite, though. On 4th and inches, though, we will have the opportunity to go for it. We'll see what kind of positioning they're coming out in. I'm almost tempted to go with a pass play here, as I see George Nidgeman get a step there. We're going to lay one in, and he doesn't even have to go up for it. Just beautiful route running and a beautiful pass from Briggs Cherry to put the cherry on top of the drive. Boo me all you want, I don't care, as it is a great play. Hey, he's not too shy to see himself in the post-play celebration. What a step that he got on that cornerback here, as it is 17-7. Semphis. That's almost what I said, Semphis. As it is 3rd and 7 now. And we are lined up here to take a shot, as Emmett Longo's got one-on-one coverage. We're going to step back and let him take one, as he's going to snag it. Touchdown. Oh, my goodness. The offense is alive and well today. Last video, we really struggled to put anything up against Nebraska. Maybe we're punching down a little bit. Our competition isn't exactly quality, as we're going to make a really risky throw, but it works out for us to pick up 5 before 4th down. But, oh my goodness. Multiple electric plays here, as we're going to try a 60-yarder with no wind. I mean, sure, why not? I'm feeling risky today. We're going to try to line this one up. We get the maximum amount of power. Is that going to be good? It is! Our kicker has got some leg to him. Salegsi Higgins should be his name. Okay, really, I'm done with the bad puns. They're just getting worse. 4th and 2 here for Memphis. They've started to struggle here after that big touchdown drive to begin their game here, as their quarterback's going to keep it on the read option, and we cannot tackle him. That seems to be a common problem with us and those mobile quarterbacks. So 27-14 here, as we are getting near the end of the 3rd quarter, and it's 3rd and 10 for us. We're going to step up to pass with Briggs Cherry, and there's just nothing there, so we're going to not pick up the first, but maybe have an opportunity to pick it up here on 4th down. We're coming out here lined up to pass again, maybe switch down to the run and catch Memphis sleeping, as we're going to hand it off. There's some space, and he finds the gap. Deuce Lawrence is going to cut up field and pick up a huge chunk. Only 2 carries today, but both of them have been massive as we are deep inside Memphis territory here. 1st and 10 as we'll snap one more before the quarter ends, and it's a Chad Jeregi almost scoring a touchdown run. 4th down here, man. This game, these last 2 games have just snagged my ability to speak well with the excitement I've felt watching our team roll through these games, especially this one here against Memphis as Deuce Lawrence continues to add to our lead. So you might be asking yourself, where did the lead go? Memphis somehow scored 2 crazy quick touchdowns. Don't ask me how it happens. This is EA for you. 1st and 10 for us as we're trying to close this game out. Nothing but space there for Deuce Lawrence, as probably the smartest thing we could do here is turn on shoot clock before the next play and continue to keep the ball on the ground to drain the clock and keep them away from being able to make this a close game. 2nd and 2 opportunity for Deuce Lawrence. They are there to bring him down this time. So 3rd and 2, we're going to have to maybe consider a different approach here, as we'll come out lined up to run. Deuce Lawrence is a little bit tired, but we're going to hand it off to him anyway. I'm tired of this, Grandpa. That's too damn bad. Go score us a touchdown as we are up 42-28 here. They're going for it on 4th down. Cannot afford to come away empty anymore on any of their drives. Backfield empty. They're looking to pass. He's scrambling. We're going to try to reach in with the linebacker, and he's going to spin off the tackle and pick up the first as the 2-minute timeout. 4th and 8 here now. They're deep in our territory. Clock is running as they're going to snap the ball. He's going to step up, try to slice one in, and he does. Oh, my goodness. This is the kind of stuff that only happens when we play Memphis, I'm telling you. As they're going to go for the onside kick, we're going to come out here to pick it up. And we will dive on it. So Memphis gave us a big scare, I would say, as we are 52 seconds away from winning this game. We just need to pick up a 1st down in order to seal it for our team. But Memphis is obviously going to be keying the run and calling their timeouts. So got to be smart here, as there's a huge gap there, but they will keep us short of the first. I mean, is Chad Draghi hurt? I haven't seen him in a hot minute. Chad Draghi not hurt. He must just be banged up and taking a break. As on 3rd and 5 here, you know what we're going to do is keep the ball on the ground. And on 4th down here, we can kick another field goal. We know for a fact that our kicker has the leg. I just have to time this up. Let me lock in. Oh, no. Memphis has 40 seconds to go and score the ball. I held it just a smidgen too long. And things could get ugly here very quickly, as Memphis is going to come out here on 1st down, obviously trying to get a big chunk quickly, as that's going to nobody. Mentally preparing myself for things to go bad here, as they're going to drop back to pass here on 2nd, throw one into double coverage, and we're going to pick it off Jermaine Santana-Diaz. Give that man a crown. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. His balls are the size of Memphis. This guy is an MVP candidate. Oh, so we do have a turnover celebration. All this time, and I haven't seen the turnover triangle? What's going on here? Oh my goodness, what an electric end to this football game. Really, once again, just like in the conference championship last year, tried everything we could to give Memphis the win. We gave up 21 points in the 4th quarter. It doesn't matter. We walk away winners in this game. So Briggs Cherry comes out and has the polar opposite of his game last week and throws 40 times for 300 yards almost and 2 touchdowns to 1 pick. Chad Draghi only 53 yards on the ground. Deuce Lawrence putting up 82 of his own, but 3 combined touchdowns on the ground. 2 through the air, with George Nijman and Emmett Longo having 7 catches and 2 touchdowns. On defense, really not producing much, unfortunately, and that is a little concerning, but Jermaine Santana-Diaz having 2 incredible interceptions to help seal us the game today. Last big hurdle, potentially. out of the way before the postseason. Let's get to next week and see what we've got going on. All right, we have some commitments here. We have a verbal from Chip McGlover. We have a hard commitment for Russell Olson, so we win the recruiting battle there. Very important news, as it looks like we are making some progress on those 4-star guys. Maybe going to have to reevaluate what we're doing there. And I will be right back with you when we have a recruiting update. Okay, so we are going to end up losing out on our recruitment for the cornerback we were going after. Couple of teams with 5-star pipelines for him end up going after him. You know that we can't compete with that no matter how much NIL we put at him. So unfortunately, we just have to call our losses there. And there's no real other talent that's worthwhile looking at in the cornerback pool at this point. So we're just going to have to wait until the offseason to maybe bring up some talent. So that brings us to another game here against Army. These first 2 games we have done pretty well. Army has given us a lot of challenge in the past, though, so we cannot be on our laurels here as we hop into yet another game. All right, we are here at West Point to take on the Army Golden Knights. Can we continue the momentum that we have seen from our team throughout these games, as we are inside of Army's red zone here for our first opportunity today? Chad Draghi in the backfield this time. Probably recovered from being a little banged up last game, as he'll only pick up 1 that time. Maybe look for something through the passing game here. Prince Hall, who has kind of become an unsung hero of the roster again with the ascension, you would say, of Emmett Longo and George Nijman as true superstars, can still contribute, but unfortunately lately he's just kind of being blanketed over the middle. Cannot seem to find any opportunities for him. First and goal from the 1, as we'll hand off to Draghi here. Nothing but space and a touchdown for the Roadrunners here early at West Point. Next opportunity here is a 3rd and 7. Army is going to come out in the shotgun here. We're going to play some zone coverage. I don't know what to expect from an Army offense that's coming out in the shotgun. They're going to run the read option, and we are there with Enrique Warrior. Great play. 3rd down opportunity for our offense now. It's 3rd and inches. We've got just the running back to come out here, as that is not the running back I would expect to see. But maybe we make a hole and we burst through it here with Deuce Lawrence. Can he make a miss? No. Oh, my goodness. How many times am I going to watch us not make a man miss? But we do score a rushing touchdown there, so maybe Deuce Lawrence redeemed himself after that. 14-7 game here as we step in on a 2-minute drill. That's what it's called. Yeah, my words are working great here today, as we are going to look to pass here on 1st and 10. Nothing really open, so we're going to throw it away. Live to fight another down. That's something we got to learn to do, maybe, as it's 2nd and 10 here. Drop back to pass again, and this time I see an open receiver. That is actually our tight end, Nazir Amos, making some space for himself, and it is a big 1st down here. We're approaching midfield, as it's 1st and 10 on the 42, and we'll snap it again, look to pass. Nothing open immediately, but we'll roll out and dump one off for Nijman. Nijman's got some space as well. We're going to cut inside perhaps and get dragged down, but a huge play again. Oh my goodness, man. The excitement I'm feeling is just making it so hard to speak in the moment as we're watching awesome stuff happen play after play. We're going to adjust to a run here, give our receivers a chance to catch their breath maybe, as Drake is going to get he's going to get something. He's going to get smacked around in pinball machine by 3 different Army defenders there, as it's 2nd and 8. We'll look to the passing game again here, as George Ninjaman's going to break open. We're going to get clobbered as he... Ooh, I need to watch this again. Did George Nijman just drop a gift? Did he have this? And then he smacked it off of his leg and dropped it. Right. Got it. Okay, 3rd and 8 here. 44 seconds on the clock. Army's doing a great job playing that cover 2 to keep our deep guys out of it here, as we are going to get sacked. And it's going to be 4th and 15. We'll happily take 3 points, I suppose. No other choice here, as... Oh, boy, that might be off. Okay, not so much. As we do manage to put that one through here. It is 17-7 here right before halftime. And we have another opportunity in Army's red zone, or nearing Army's red zone, it would appear. 3rd and 9 on their 26. As we drop back to pass, I see Stephen Montgomery kind of open there, and he cannot pick the first up, but he will put us just close enough that I think we will get the opportunity to go for it here. And we do indeed come out to run the ball on 4th down. We're going to turn around and hand off to Chad Draghi, who's got the burst to escape what could have been a tackle for a loss, and we will pick up a big first down here, and we will get the red zone opportunity now. So 1st and 10 on their 10, as we are going to drop back to pass here. Our running back's getting in our way a little bit as we're going to step up and just pick up a few. Little bit of a broken play, I would say, as running back was making it hard for me to get into reading the offense when I was getting stuck. As we are going to snipe one in to George Nijman, who hangs on through the contact that time, redeeming the thigh drop from earlier, supposedly, as it is 24-7, and we have another red zone opportunity here as we are getting late into this game. Going to hand off to Draghi again, and he's going to get pulled down at the line again, man. We really can't get explosive runs going somehow. I understand that we are here in the low red zone where it's a lot easier to defend the run, I guess, but we're still struggling even outside of these kinds of plays here. So 3rd and goal here. Still haven't found a touchdown. We're going to look to the passing game. It's been doing us well these last few weeks as we cannot find the play there, and it looks like we're getting called for holding as well. Okay, we're actually getting called for pass interference. That's interesting. Okay, so they are going to decline it here. I mean, we could get greedy. I mean, we're on the 3-yard line. Why would we kick the field goal here on the 3-yard line? It's one thing when we're a little farther away, and it's a different one. I forgot that we don't have the timer for down here. Maybe we've got to change. I don't know, because, like, I really want the timer for those one-on-one plays, but I don't want it. I don't want it when I'm throwing a drag and then I drop it. So hard to tell there. It'd be nice if we could maybe differentiate between like a red zone situation, you know? But anyway, it's still a not very close game here as we are once again pushing the ball into Army's territory. The snow's starting to come down here. That's nice. 3rd and 9 here. Not needing to pass the ball really at this point in the game. We'll just hand it off and won't pick it up there. We'll get another opportunity to kick a field goal. So Lacey Higgins, what a kicker this guy has been. Aside from the Texas game, I think he has earned his keep here more than enough, as he's going to put another one through here to make it a 30-7 ball game as they're going forward on 4th down. For the few moments that he has struggled, Salisi Higgins has come through for us in so many big games as we are going to crush Army's quarterback, and that should just about seal it for us here, as I think we just went down and scored another touchdown at the very end of the game. We did, and it is a 37-7 final score here. Briggs Cherry, not his best game, 12 of 26 for 183 yards and a touchdown. And then on the ground, Chad Draghi, 163 yards on 20 carries, 3 touchdowns. So Chad Draghi was doing the big lifting in the run game today. George Nijman and Emmett Longo both only getting 3 catches and a touchdown between the two of them. Unfortunately, not a big game through the air for us. And on defense, still not producing a ton these last few games. Jermaine Santana-Diaz continues to be a ball hawk for us, getting another interception today. So not the most impressive performance or dominant, I would say, but a win is a win, and we will move on to next week, the last game of the regular season. Okay, so we've got some more commitments here. A verbal from Caleb Murphy after that game. And, of course, we do have some recruits visiting this week, including J.D. Capps, a big running back prospect that we would love to be able to bring in here. I'm going to update recruiting, and we do. Jermaine Santana-Diaz wins American Defensive Player of the Week. Would you look at that? But I will. Oh, okay, we've got 2. We've got an American Offensive Player of the Week, Chad Draghi, after his big performance. How about that? We don't see that very often for our squad. But anyway, I will be back once recruiting is updated. Okay, so not much to update. Just a couple of guys that we're going to up our pitches for just to make sure that we close them out a little bit more soon. And we just have a big home matchup against UAB for a few guys who are in attendance this week. Can we step out and finish strong as we have been finally avoiding the end of season collapse. We have escaped the allegation or the can't finish the season strong allegations as long as we come out here and have a good final performance. So I will see you in the game. This is it, everybody. Last game at home in the regular season. We might have a home game for the conference championship. We are undefeated in conference, so that is something to be aware of as we go down and score an early touchdown here. And it is 7-0 as we will have a red zone opportunity as our first opportunity today. I think after a season where I feel like conference play has not been an issue for us, as oh my goodness, Deuce Lawrence almost had an absolutely electric touchdown. Got a little bit limbo stuck on one of our receivers there, as it'll be 1st and goal. But after a season like this, I think a move to a tougher conference is all but inevitable at this point. You would think that we are probably going SEC as our option, as Chad Draghi will bring the ball across the goal line for us for a touchdown. An SEC jump is a big commitment, and things could absolutely be a struggle if we go that route. Our next opportunity is a 3rd and 5 here. They're coming out in single high, it's looking like, so let's go out. Emmett Longo, one-on-one shot down the field. He's been so good at them this year, and he's going to continue to be, but no, it is knocked out that time. They managed to time it up well enough to knock it out there, and it's going to be 1st and 10 for us in our next opportunity inside their red zone. Just starting the second quarter here, we're going to hand off to Chad Draghi. A little bit of a hole on the right side. They do manage to cut in and take him down. Once again, not a strong start rushing here today. Only 2 yards per carry to begin this game, as we are going to look to the passing game here on 2nd and 6. As Briggs Cherry's jerking his shit over there, as George Nijman's going to snag that one out of the air. Touchdown. Oh my goodness, what a receiving core we have built. We don't have just one stud receiver. We have 2 stud receivers here. I am just absolutely blown away at the performance we've seen out of our 2 best guys there, as that was not supposed to be the throw I made there, as that was a mistake, and AI, actually. I'm just testing out AI. I'm the sports Quibble cop. All right, I'm not even going to do it. It's just going to be so abrasive as we hand off to Chad Draghi, who shakes a man out of his shoes in the end zone. Just disrespectful for the UTSA touchdown. So UTSA came to play today. We're still waiting on UAB to show up, perhaps. If you remember Season 1, UAB brought us down in horrid fashion, crash-out-inducing fashion, as we are going to pick up 5 there deep in our own territory. 2-minute opportunity here, way deep in our end zone. We need to get some space to move the ball, or maybe we just need to hand off to Chad Draghi. He's got the space, but they have someone faster to bring him down. He only gets to the 45. You know what? We're going to call a timeout. That was a big run. We needed a moment to catch our breath. Oh, man, if Deuce Lawrence was the one who had took that carry, he was gone. You were never seeing him again. Could you imagine a running back like we had in Pat Royer in UTSA Dynasty, where he's just got 97 speed, and the moment he puts his foot in the ground, he's like a rocket taking off. You never see him again. As 2nd and 1 here, they're coming out in that double safety look here, as we're going to drop back to pass. Maybe Prince Hall open, but we're just going to step up, slide, take another timeout here to gather our thoughts. So just under 30 seconds here. They're playing some press coverage up against our receivers here. And we're going to drop back to pass. I see Prince Hall open. We're going to sidestep, drop one in for a beautiful touchdown. I need to watch this one again. I mean, we beautifully sidestep into a nice little throwing lane here with Briggs Cherry. Avoid this incoming pressure and just absolutely lay one on a rope for one of our best receivers to go out and catch. This team is firing on all cylinders these last few games. We are absolutely playing the best football I've ever seen us play here, as that is not what I meant to do. We need a super sim. as we are still playing the moments, obviously. Okay, our next opportunity, we are in the red zone again. What a way to end the season here if we blow this team out of our stadium. We don't count our chickens before they hatch here. We're going to let our play continue to do the talking for us as we'll hand off to Draghi and pick up a nice chunk and a first down. First and goal for us on the 9-yard line. Going to try to dial up the RPO. It might look open this time as we're going to hand it off to Bryce Hall. Or not hand it off, I guess drop it off as he's going to spin, almost find the end zone. Second and goal for us on the 4-yard line. Little bit of an interesting play dialed up here. We'll see how it works out as he's going to break the tackle. Touchdown, Deuce Lawrence. Playing the Le'Veon Bell game a little bit behind the line there, trying to wait for a hole to open up as we are up 49-0 as we are about to enter the fourth quarter here. They are going for it on 4th and inches here. We're going to bring some pressure. Obviously, don't want them picking up the first as they're going to hand off to the running back, and he is going to stumble and get face planted short of the first. Oh, my goodness. It's 3rd and 10 here for us. We're putting on a show in this game for our fans and the recruits in attendance, so why not continue to come out here and flex? Let's go give Emmett Longo another opportunity. He's going to go up and snag one. I absolutely forgot to time it, but oh my goodness. The head taps in this game are absolutely diabolical. I am beside myself with the kind of performance this team is putting up. So they're going to pick up a big 4th down here as it's looking to be, they finally get some points here at the very end of this game. Oh my goodness, a 56-3 domination is what this team puts up today. Briggs Cherry, 14 of 23 for 240 through the air and 3 touchdowns. Chad Draghi, 14 carries, 116 yards, 2 touchdowns. Briggs Cherry had 106 carries for 138 yards and 2 touchdowns. I'm besides myself. I couldn't even speak that out loud. What? And Deuce Lawrence only had 9 for 30 and a touchdown. What is going on with this team? Receiving-wise, what a game for Prince Hall, Emmett Longo, and George Nijman, all catching touchdowns, all having pretty decent games through the air, as well as Nazir Amos having some big catches for us. Defensively, finally having a decent game, getting behind their line. No sacks, though, is a little sad, but 2 interceptions today from Cornell Bowie and Devon Ruggs, and that is it for the regular season. So now we await conference title games and postseason football. So let's get to it. Got a couple of weeks of recruiting to sim through. So let's get through it real quick so we can get to some postseason football. People, I'm super excited to see what this team can do as Briggs Cherry set the single season passing touchdowns record for UTSA. That's insane. Any other crazy records? Okay, hold on. He also sets the career passing touchdowns record. Okay, Chad Draghi sets the single season touchdowns record for rushing. What a season it has been for this team. Absolutely dominant football after 2 rough showings against tough opponents. As we see a verbal commitment from Ezekiel Hurt, a hard commitment from Chip McGlover, a hard commitment from Caleb Murphy. Looks like we are not looking too great for some of these other recruits. Might have to end up waiting for the offseason, but that's how things happen. Briggs Cherry wins Player of the Week for the American Conference, and he also wins National Player of the Week for that insane performance he puts up. Over 150 rushing yards to go along with 250 passing yards. Yeah, I think that's worthwhile or worthy of that accolade, as we will face Memphis once again in the title game. Little bit scary after how they almost came back and beat us, but I think we've got a team that can go out there and play some good football when they need to the best, or need to the most. So I'm going to fix up recruiting, move on to next week, and I will see you soon. Okay, so recruiting is not in the best state for the last couple of prospects, but we'll figure that out in the off-season stream, which I do hope to see you at Twitch /The Armchair Coach. But we are here in Conference Championship Week. We've got practice to set up. We'll do that really quickly. But then we can waste no time and get right into playing this game against Memphis. We've got a quick rematch after we managed to take them down in the regular season, just barely, as they will have revenge on their mind, and we've got postseason goals on ours. See you in the game, folks. Okay, conference championship time. A faded rematch against Memphis. We always knew this would be the case, right? Memphis is by far one of the best teams in the American Conference. Tulane might have been another good opponent here. But we're going to walk out here, and we're going to try to win our second straight American title. So first and goal here on their 5-yard line is our very first opportunity of the game here. We're going to step out here on the shotgun with Deuce Lawrence in the backfield. We're obviously going to hand it off on first down and almost managed to score on that very first play. Second down from the 2. Going to turn around and hand it off to Chad Draghi. See if he can power his way in. Doesn't have to use that elusiveness that he has also got to score us the first touchdown of this game. Memphis's offense responding here on their own, however. 3rd and 6 for them here deep in our territory. We're going to bring the heat, see if they can stand up against it here as they're going to scramble, and we are going to bring him down. Barely a sack, perhaps, but we do manage to stop them from scoring a touchdown, as our next opportunity here is a 3rd and 9 deep in Memphis territory. We're going to maybe look to see if we can find something through the air, as I'm going to fire one into from Briggs Cherry to Prince Hall to pick up the first down. I don't know why I want to call him like Briggs Hall for some reason. I don't know. They both have such unique and interesting names. It's easy to mix up, I suppose. 1st and 10 from the 13, as we're going to hand off to Chad Draghi on first down, try to power our way through for some few yards. Not happening. Memphis is ready for it this time. 2nd and 8, as we're going to look to pass this time. Drop back. I see Stephen Montgomery on the drag. He cannot hang on through the contact. Memphis keeping things a little bit tight here in the red zone. And we are going to maybe look to find something here through the air on 3rd. Not so much, so we're going to step up and run, and we'll find the hole for the touchdown. And we are up 14-3 early in this game. Watching some of this game go by here, we are now on offense again here. 3rd and 7, deep, or not deep in Memphis territory, no doubt about it. On 3rd and 7 here, we're going to look to pass. Maybe try to find one there to Prince Hall. And we do pick up a nice chunk, not quite enough for the first. However, we can maybe try to stay out on the field and pick this up with our offense. Big 4th down play here. I was thinking about maybe just running it straight in, but we'll go with the power O, and we'll find a little bit of space, and he breaks a tackle as well to continue picking up more yardage. And we don't do much after that here, as we are given another 3rd down opportunity right away. 3rd and 10 here. We're going to drop back to pass. The pressure's there, and we are going to not have anything going on this time. So on 4th and 10 from the 28 here, I think this is a situation where we wise ourselves to the potential futures here and kick the field goal. That one was a little bit worrisome. Was traveling a little too far to the right here, as we're given another field goal opportunity. It's 4th and 5. You know what? I'm feeling gutsy. I'm feeling gutsy this time. We go up and we give Emmett Longo a shot in the championship game. Why not? Touchdown UTSA. What a star Emmett Longo has been in the second half of this season. The change of the green window definitely made me lose some of my confidence in throwing those one-on-one shots. But thanks to Emmett Longo and George Nijman at times, I think I have finally found my groove with them again, as we are up 24-3 here as we approach halftime. We're going to drop back to pass here. George Nijman got a step on the right side. We'll go up and give him a shot, as he's going to give himself a big play catch there. 42 seconds on the clock after that absolutely big play for us, and we're going to hand off to Chad Draghi, and he's going to power his way through a Memphis tackler to pick up a nice chunk. 30 seconds on the clock. We'll go ahead and call a timeout, catch our breaths for a play. 1st and 10 from the 34 this time. Still looking to continue establishing our dominance in the passing game, but Memphis is all over the pass this time. So we're going to have to waste the timeout here, unfortunately. Just not the right play for the play Memphis called, apparently. They were all over anything we had down the field. 2nd and 16 now. We're going to maybe try to make up some of the yardage we just lost there, as we're going to dump one off short to Nazir Amos. And then on 3rd and 7, we're going to hurry up to the line and maybe try to find something last minute here, as we're going to run the play action. George Nijman's got a... Oh, my goodness. He's got a step and the touchdown. What a route from him there that time. Not very often you see that route work out the way it does, but on the one-on-one outside, that time, he really makes him hurt. So we continue to have a dominant showing here. I mean, we talked, I think, when we lost that Nebraska game, as we were trying to console ourselves, that maybe we pick up the pace, we start showing some dominance here in the end of the season. And the fact that it's 31-3 here and we are driving down on Memphis again in this game, I think might just say exactly that, as we're going to hand off to Draghi here to pick up a big chunk. This team has a chance. I don't necessarily have an overabundance of confidence like I had per se at the start of the season about our chances, but I still think there is a possibility that we go and play at our absolute peak and we give ourselves a shot at winning, as Deuce Lawrence is going to bring us across the goal line for another UTSA touchdown, and it is 38-3 here as we have another offensive opportunity in Memphis's territory. You would imagine that the opponents waiting for us in the playoff are definitely of SEC or Big Ten origin. I'm definitely maybe expecting a Texas rematch. That would be the pinnacle, right, of this series. Could you imagine, right, if we somehow, some way make it to the national championship and the opponent facing us is Texas? I feel like Texas always sims really poorly. However, I feel like I almost never see Texas winning championships. Okay, that was not my favorite kind of play action there, as it's going to be 3rd and 17. But yeah, I swear I almost never see Texas having like super major team success, as we are up against it on 3rd and 17, nothing doing, we'll kick a field goal. But you tell me, have you ever seen Texas like having a super dominant run of championships, like from the CPU controlling them? I feel like it's the same for a lot of like programs you would expect to eventually find some success. But rant aside here, it's 41-3 here. Another 3rd and 7 opportunity, as we're going to be empty backfield, look for a pass, as Emmett Longo will fire the curl, pick up the first, and I can't believe the performance this team has put up. The Memphis game, where we kind of collapsed at the end, was maybe the most scary moment of this video, but man, it has been all smiles, and like I feel like that Justin Gaethje meme where I've got like the little hat on and my lollipop. That's how this video has felt so far, as we are conference champions once again. Briggs Cherry 15-24 today, 253 through the air, 2 touchdowns. On the ground, Chad Draghi 21 carries for 134. Deuce Lawrence not really contributing all that much, sadly. And then receiving wise, Prince Hall 6 for 56 today, so kind of a return to form for him, as George Nijman, Nazir Amos both have big games. Evan Longo not really putting up a big game yardage-wise, but a crucial touchdown for us, as Devon Ruggs and company managed to put up a few tackles for loss, getting to the quarterback maybe just a little bit, and only 1 interception to note here today. But there it is. Oh, George Nijman set the UTSA single-season receiving touchdown record. Interesting. And there it is. American Conference champions for the last time. We definitely will be making the move to a harder conference, no matter what here. Let's check our staff here, as looks like we are in good shape for everybody. I mean, do we have to negotiate an extension? Is that what I guess we do need to try to negotiate an extension. I'm not paying you $460 NIL though, so you can hit the door. And I will find a cheaper, more qualified coach to fill your spot next year. Okay, so we get a hard commitment from Ezekiel Hurt, a recruit that we were still trying to close out. As we can see, the other recruits that we were trying to close out do not end up coming here. So that'll be something we have to address in the offseason. Always tough to fill every need during the regular season in the kind of state we are right now. But let's see who is going to be up for the Heisman this year. Okay, so we've got Tate Reynolds here, 3,600 passing yards, 44 total touchdowns. That's a pretty dang good year from a Boise State quarterback. Those Boise State quarterbacks definitely love putting up their numbers. As we see another quarterback here, 4,200 yards and 45 touchdowns from the LSU quarterback here. And then SMU's Noah Grubbs with 3,500 passing yards and 38 touchdowns. Not a bad season from him either. And who's the last competitor here for the Heisman? It is going to be Keenan Burgess from Tennessee. We've seen him in action before. 3,700 yards and 40 total touchdowns for him. If it's up to me, I'm giving it to the dude who had like 4,000 passing yards and 40-plus touchdowns. But we will see who the Heisman goes to this year. Your Heisman winner is, yes, Maurice Ogunbowale. Is absolutely the clear-cut Heisman winner, if you ask me. His stats were head and shoulders above anybody else in that ceremony, as Paul Howard wins American Defensive Players of the Week, and Briggs Cherry is your Conference Player of the Week as well. On the offensive side, hey! So Chad Draghi wins the Returner of the Year award. That's a very interesting and specific award for our guy to win. But that's the first time anybody from UTSA has won any kind of award at all, as we have a few things to manage here this week. So I'm going to take care of everything that doesn't involve us talking together, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so one nice thing it looks like they've added here in one of the most recent updates is you can see the recruiting archetype here as like a badge, which is very nice. It's a nice visual factor that they've added for us. But anyway, I'm gonna try to hire us a recruiter coordinator, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so just like always, we need to check on our award winners. As you can see, we have a first team All-American here. Chad Draghi has himself a fantastic season. What a recruit he ends up being for us. Absolutely ecstatic to have him on our team here. And then any second team guys for us, maybe not this year, but I bet the conference is going to be filled with UTSA Roadrunners. Yeah, Briggs Cherry, George Nidgeman, Andre Amos, Julius Gums, Enrique Warrior, Cornell Bowie, Jermaine Santana Diaz all make the all-conference first. Deuce Lawrence, Emmett Longo, Adrian Daly, Jake Stork, Terrain Figueroa, and Brendan Harris managed to fit onto that second team. And then the other thing we forgot to do here in the National, let's check out any freshman All-Americans. Not in the National, how about in Conference? Okay, Stephen Montgomery, who was playing some fullback/tight end for us this season, ends up in the Conference freshman team. Dante Gibbs and Ricky Scaccia both end up here, despite Ricky Scaccia. I don't think he ended up playing at all. Hopefully not. Okay, he started a game. That's not good. But other than that, not too crazy of a season as far as award winners. But hey, our very first trophied award winner and our very first All-American. That is what I'd call progress. So, with that being said, we've done everything we need to do this week. So I will see you next week. Okay, so we are in a quarterfinal matchup against Boise State here. And that is a very interesting quarterfinal matchup here, as we do get our offensive coordinator hired for next season. That's good news. But this should be interesting. Boise State's 14-0, 8-0 in conference. So that's going to be something that is something to keep our eyes on for sure. I'm definitely intrigued by that. So we will see what they look like on paper here in just a second. Okay, so Boise State is a 77 overall team. Definitely not a team to underestimate here. However, I have faith that our roster can absolutely compete here. And, I mean, what kind of uniforms does Boise State have? Because I know Boise State's got a lot of alternate options for a group of 6 school. I've done a Boise State rebuild and had a blast doing that, as I think maybe we'll go with... Yeah, I like this look. This look looks nice. And I will see you for our quarterfinal matchup here in the Rose Bowl. Okay, welcome to the Rose Bowl. It is a blue and orange versus blue and orange matchup here. The shades are 50 shades of blue and orange here. Whatever. Rose Bowl matchup here against Boise State. Let's hop right into it as Boise State's driving it down the field on us. Our defense is going to need some help here early in this game. This is a very interesting matchup. Two group of 6 schools here facing off in the quarterfinal. Who would have expected a college football landscape like this, right? As we are going to take the running back down with only a yard to gain there. So 2nd and 9. Quarterback in the shotgun. He's going to drop back to pass. He's going to scramble out to the left and throw it to the receiver's feet. Nothing doing that time. And what a feeling it is to be here in the Rose Bowl in a matchup where I feel like, all things considered, we should have a really good chance to make it another round as we are going to lay the bricks on the receiver there. But unfortunately, he does hang on, and they're going to go for it here on 4th and 2. They're being aggressive early on in a game where they feel they may be the underdogs, as they're going to hand off, and we are going to keep them short. And we are going to be given the ball here, 1st and 10 on our own 10 for our very first opportunity in this game. We're going to hand off to Chad Dragan. He's got space! Can we get there? Not quite. Doesn't have the ultra electric speed to go to the end zone from that far, but what a very first play from scrimmage for us. On 1st and 10 now. Let's continue to capitalize on the quick momentum we built there. Let's go to the passing game. Let's get Briggs Cherry into momentum here in a big game. And we'll pick up 10 there and the first down thanks to George Nijman. 1st and 10 from their 39 now. We've given Chad a minute to catch his breath here, and let's hand him the ball this time. Not so much on that opportunity. 2nd and 10 for us. In the shotgun, let's see if we can continue to trust our passing game, as that one was risky. Once again, throwing with anticipation in this game is absolutely a risk. Every time I do it, it's always clamp your cheeks and pray time. As maybe we get aggressive in our own way, take a shot down the field as Emmett Longo cannot be stopped. It doesn't matter if your best cornerback's on him. He goes up and pulls down an absolute beauty for us. 1st and goal inside Boise State red zone, and nothing doing in the run game that time. We're going to go back to it here on 2nd down, although this formation doesn't look too friendly to run against. And yeah, Boise State is ready to stop us there. 3rd and goal now. We'll come out ready to pass. I think we can absolutely get this through the air, and they're going to bat it down at the line. Oh boy. We're a little bit too far away from the end zone. If we were inside the 5, I would absolutely consider it. But we're just going to take the field goal, take the points here, in what could be an interesting matchup. We never know how teams will play, as we are inside Boise State's red zone again here inside the 2nd quarter as well. We'll go to the running game in the pistol, turnaround, handoff to Draghi. Boise State continues to eat up our run game in the backfield. I see some one-on-one coverage there with George Nijman on the right side. Is this the time we give him an opportunity? And timed it a little bit too late, but unfortunately I think that would have gotten knocked out anyway, as it is 3rd and 12. Boise State has come out to play today. I mean, once again, we said that Boise State is not a team that you can underestimate, as we're going to step up and pick up the first. George Nijman was streaking over the middle of the field there. Don't know if I had the time to set that throw up, though. 1st and goal for us here. We're going to continue to maybe find something in the run game. Not happening. Boise State is absolutely putting the no-run zone on our team here, as we will try to find something in the air maybe on 2nd and goal. We've got our great receiver in Emmett Longo, and we're going to drop one in for him. Doesn't even need to contest the catch there. Deep in Boise State territory again. It's 3rd and 9 here, so probably need to dial up a pass if we're being honest, as we're going to drop back And, oh, that's not the person I wanted to throw to. Good thing I chose to throw a bullet. I was trying to throw the hitch there, picked the wrong button because I'm an idiot. And we'll kick another field goal here. It's going to be a much longer one than the first, but it will give us a 13-0 lead. Right through the middle, and we continue to push our lead out further in this game. We'd feel probably much better with a bigger lead as Boise State goes down and finally puts some points on the board here. 2-minute drill opportunity as we will take over on our own 25. A pickup of 3 there on the ground. I mean, I really wish the run game could get something going. It would help us out a ton everywhere as we're going to look to pass, and Nazir Amos cannot fight through the contact for that one, which is one of the things I wish we could really get is a superstar tight end. Have not found anything in that regard. Prince Hall wide open here. We're going to give him an opportunity, and he's going to get himself out of bounds. For a gadget receiver, Prince Hall is definitely a great route runner. I think we definitely developed him to be that way. So in those opportunities, he really comes through clutch as Deuce Lawrence will finally find something more than 1 or 2 yards as we pick up 8 that time. 2nd and 2 with 1:20 on the clock. George Nijman with some one-on-one coverage outside, and it's going to be tipped and intercepted. Oh, that's the worst case scenario in that situation. I feel like we have done such a great job keeping our play clean on the offensive side of the ball. Haven't needed to worry about turnovers, but we will have an opportunity to kick a field goal right before halftime to make this a 16-7 lead. And in fact, we are going to be roughed, but I just think we take the points there. We're just going to end up with a shorter field goal if we take it. No need to do that. And we will go into halftime with a 16-7 lead. So first opportunity in the second half now. We are driving into Boise State territory here. It is 3rd and 7. We're going to try to pick up this first down through the air. We're going to drop one off to George Nijman, and he is going to get stuffed by the linebacker short of the line. And on 4th and 2, they are giving us the option to go for it. So we're going to line up to run the ball here. I know we've struggled to run the ball, but that's exactly why they wouldn't expect us to come out and run it. Unfortunately, not the time that we get some huge carry. However, we do manage to get us enough for a first. We find ourselves in another 3rd here very quickly, though, and we're going to have to try to pick, once again, something through the air. As I see Prince Hall open, we're getting hit as we thrown, but he has done a great job coming back to the football, and we pick up another first. We're inside the red zone thanks to that completion. Let's turn to the run game. Deuce Lawrence, that electric speedster we've got in the backfield. Can he make something for us here as he's going to break free and almost score, but put us right on the precipice at the 1-yard line? Chad Draghi finally come through for us as he's going to get hit right at the line, but fall forward. Touchdown, UTSA. We are up 22-7 here, deep in this game. It's 3rd and 8. We're on offense once again in Boise State territory. The defense for us taking care of business on their end for sure. George Nijman wide open. Oh my goodness. Can you believe it? This team has come alive in this video. I will, once again, we'll do this, no cuts, no hesitation, so you know I'm not BSing you. Where is it? Heisman difficulty right there. So we are just having the performance of our lives in these last few games. As it's 4th and 7 here for Boise State. They're looking to pass over the middle, behind the receiver, and it is UTSA football. And we have a 3rd down opportunity. It's 3rd and 10 as we will try to pick up a first down. They're going to play some press coverage here. That might not be smart with a guy like George Nijman, but we're going to dump it off to Emmett Longo here. Not necessarily feeling like a shot that time. And it's going to be 4th and 2. We'll kick the field goal here. It's a 32-7 game. A little bit of an interesting scoreline here. 4th and 3 for Boise State at this next opportunity. Can we stop them from picking up a first down again, as I don't know what our linebacker was doing. The running back's going to break a tackle, but Enrique Warrior does wrap him up there. And Boise State looks like they're going to score and go for the onside kick. And we are going to recover it with Jermaine Santana Diaz As actually, that might not be Santana Diaz. That might be one of our receivers, actually. And we are in the red zone. I mean, at this point, we're probably just looking to run the clock out, right? We have more than secured the win as Chad Draghi is almost about to score again. As, well, I guess there's no point in that now since one of our players is going to stop the clock with an injury. And on 1st and goal, we'll just hand it off here to Deuce Lawrence and score once again to make this a 39-14 ball game. They're going for it once again here on 4th and 8. We'll play some man coverage, force them to beat us. If you can beat our best man, then you deserve to score, as we are going to jump in front with our linebacker and get the interception. Oh my gosh. I mean, I understand we're playing Boise State, but this is huge for our team. We are going to be back in the semifinal, despite going 10-2 in the regular season. We were devastated after a second loss in the early going, but this team maybe just needed some more time to put it all together, and we are just a few snaps away from another semifinal appearance. The question then becomes, who are we going to be facing? That's the scarier part, right? What team is waiting to send us home? I swear, if I see the Texas Longhorns, I'm going to be beside myself, as we're going to throw one up, and that's incomplete. That was definitely ill-advised here, but we're in celebration mode, as we'll kick a short field goal here to make this a normal-looking score with an irregular road to get there, as we are Rose Bowl champions. And we will play at least one more game here as we take a look at our stats. Briggs Cherry, only 12 completions today for 198 yards, 2 touchdowns to that interception. Let's not worry about that. Chad Draghi, almost 30 carries for 150 yards and a touchdown. Deuce Lawrence, 8 carries for 34 and a touchdown. Receiving-wise, Emmett Longo coming up big here, 5 catches for 72 and a touchdown. George Nijman also bringing in a big touchdown for us. And defensively, unfortunately, not really getting to the quarterback, only a tackle for loss and a sack, but a couple of big turnovers for us, and I think that is what really makes the difference at the end of the day. So on to next week. Who will be awaiting us in our next bowl game? Okay, so we have reached next week, and the team awaiting us in the semifinal is Florida State. What an interesting team to see here. A team that I have forgotten about as being a relevant playoff contender, but they've gone 12-3 this season. They've had themselves quite a decent season, as we will set up practice and we will hop into a semifinal matchup with our first national title appearance on the line. Okay, Cotton Bowl appearance for the Roadrunners here. We are wearing the white uniforms as we are the away team today against the Florida State Seminoles. Let's hop in here. Let's get some highly anticipated football underway, as we are apparently a even match for this team. Our overalls and most of our offensive, defensive stats match up perfectly here, as our first opportunity today is going to be a big defensive moment. We're stepping in here on a third and 5, being told to make the stop here. Florida State in the pistol, man in motion. They're going to hand it off, and we are going to be there with the linebacker. Great read from me there, but they are going to maybe go for it. Well, it says they're going for it, but it looks like they're going to punt. Well, no wonder Chad Draghi is so banged up. I mean, I guess I should have put it together when he won Returner of the Year, but he's been returning kicks for us, as we are going to... Oh, of course. We are pinned deep on our own 2-yard line here, and that's the perfect time for us to get our offensive drive going. 1st and 10 on our 2. Can we score a big first quarter touchdown? Chad Draghi loves to get big runs in our own territory. I mean, how many times have we seen him inside our own 10 break a big run for 20-plus yards, or 15, like we saw there, as Deuce Lawrence is going to get a big run of his own this time, getting up to the 34. I mean, I'm content to just keep slamming the ball on the ground here if you are not going to stop it, Florida State. as this time we've got a huge hole for Draghi again, and another first down. Run game paying big dividends here early on in this game, as we will finally maybe try to see if we can get something going here in the pass game. Try to snipe one into there to Prince Hall. They're on it that time. So 2nd and 10. Let's see if we can dial up a run here with Deuce Lawrence in the backfield. We'll get the snap, and Deuce Lawrence does have a hole. He's going to use that speed. He's going to get to the edge. He's gone! Touchdown, Roadrunners, as he's got... Oh, come on, throw the flag. Throw the flag. What a start. Huge runs for our team in that drive, as we are once again driving here on Florida State, deep in their territory on the 27-yard line. We're going to drop back to pass. Chad Draghi's wide open, and we're going to muscle our way through to the 13-yard line to pick up the first. And now we get a red zone opportunity. We're going to drain that clock. In fact, I will happily let this go to the second quarter before we snap. Okay, so first play of the second quarter here. We are on offense deep in Florida State territory. We're going to hand off. Deuce Lawrence is going to make a man miss. Touchdown. Deuce Lawrence coming up huge here early on in the playoff semifinal, as we're kicking down the door as Florida State is driving for themselves here. It's going to be 4th and 2 for them here on our 22, and they're going for it. So we're going to try to play some press, and they're going to hand the ball off. Their running back's got some space. We will stop them short of scoring. However, they will be deep in our territory, and we won't get the opportunity to defend them from scoring, I guess. So 14-7 now. We're deep in Florida State territory. Red zone opportunity for us. We're going to hand off to Draghi. He's got some space, and he will pick up a first. He is absolutely banged up to hell. However, he continues to make electric plays for us. In the shotgun here on 2nd. Dropping back to pass. Nazir Amos open. We find him. Touchdown. UTSA came to play in the semifinal today, as we are going to have a 2-minute drill opportunity with 2:05 left here in the second. We are up 21-7 in this game. We're going to hand off to Deuce Lawrence and pick up a huge first down here as we hit the 2-minute warning, or the 2-minute timeout. Let me get that right for college football. So 1st and 10 here. We're going to drop back to pass. And we're gonna get hit as we threw. I was gonna see if we could maybe finally test their defense deep with a shot to Emmett Longo. Not so much that time. Maybe we dial up something here on 2nd and 10 to George Nijman on the other side, as the window is very small there. Looks like they've got some adequate cornerbacks to defend a receiver of that nature. 3rd and 10 here. Maybe being a little bit stupid with the ball, as we can't time it. And we blew the opportunity here to maybe be up huge before halftime, but we're going to try to pin them deep and keep them from being able to score here, as that ball is right on the goal line, and we will pin them on their 6. Oh, we got the ball back from them before half? I guess we must have picked them off or something here, as we have a field goal opportunity deep in their territory. And we'll line this one up and try to put it through, and it is good. We are up 24-7 going into the second half. Florida State really struggling here. They finally get a field goal, another field goal. Okay, a lot of things just happened. They scored a touchdown and a couple field goals. We scored another touchdown here, and it's 31-20 here late into the fourth quarter. As who is this in our backfield? Is that Joey Escalante? That is Joey Escalante. So Deuce Lawrence and Chad Draghi must be a little bit banged up here. Let's make sure they're not hurt. Nope. They're just a little bit banged up, and that's okay. So we're going to hand off to Deuce Lawrence here on 2nd and 6, and we are going to score. I can't believe it. We are on the precipice of a national championship berth. It's 4th and inches here for Florida State. They're going to drop back to pass. We're going to try to play the coverage. They're going to step up and pick up the first just barely, as one of their O-linemen gets hurt on that play. And they're going forward on 4th down once again, 4th and 3 this time. Once again, we'll happily play some man coverage, force them to beat us with man coverage, and they can't do it. The game's over. We are going to the national championship. Oh my God, guys. We are going to the national championship. We have done it. We have made a national championship. As we will look at the stats here, I am beside myself. Briggs Cherry, only 15 completions. Again, not really doing much through the air. 178 yards on the touchdown. Rushing-wise, 10 carries for 202 yards and 4 touchdowns for Deuce Lawrence today. Game of the century from our running back. Receiving-wise, Nazir Amos, 7 catches for 89 yards and a touchdown today. Talk about coming up in a big game. And then defensively, not really doing much of anything. But it doesn't matter. We put Florida State to bed to go to the national championship. I will see you next week for a championship game. And we are up against LSU for the national championship. This is a rematch, just not the one that we were joking about. If you remember season 2 of our dynasty, we faced off against LSU away from home, and we got spanked really badly. There's nothing else really to say. We can hype this matchup up as much as we want, but it's time for us to either put up or shut up against LSU for all the marbles. It is the national championship game here against LSU. I am so incredibly nervous. It's crazy. I feel like I'm actually out there on the field as we lead our guys out the tunnel onto this packed stadium. This is a big moment for this team. We have waited 5 whole seasons to make it to this point. As we are given the ball here on our own 4-yard line, it's going to be the same opportunity we had to start against Florida State. We are expected to go 96 yards and score here early on in this game. And they are in our backfield immediately on that play. Not a great start. So 2nd and 12 here. Really not a... we really need to start pushing the ball forward deep in our own territory like this. And it's going to be 3rd and 11 here. Not exactly the place you want to get pinned down early on, as it's going to be 3rd and 11. We'll drop back to pass, maybe step up and just take the hit to get the first. We will. Okay, so Briggs Cherry, step up, put the body on the line in this big game. He's got all season to recover all the bruises and bumps after this game as Chad Draghi finally finds some space to rip off a big chunk there. So 1st and 10 from the 30. We've made some progress now. Now we can start opening up our playbook a little bit more, start getting into the flow of our offense, right? So we'll dump one off here to George Nijman and pick up 8 to make it 2nd and 2. And then the great thing is we've got a 2, even maybe 3-headed. If we really wanted to let Joey Escalante get some carries this season, we could have. He's a good running back, and I'm excited to let him develop for another season. But he could have been a big contributor this year if we needed him to be. LSU's playing some press coverage, and I think that's a great idea to run a shot against here. As George Nijman has a step, we're going to try to lay one down for him, and it's going to be batted around. Maybe I should have tried to control that instead of letting the CPU go under it and catch it. But I don't think that was a bad idea on first down like that. As on 2nd down, we're going to try to find one again to George Nijman, and we will time that one up to make it 3rd and inches. Now we are inside LSU territory. I'm tempted to throw another deep one here because it's one-on-one on the outside. Okay. This is the kind of aggressive play calling that gets you scored on. Okay, that's not... Oh, no, this is not the time. That was not the time for me to get hit as I threw. Oh, we had the opportunity of a lifetime as once again they're playing press on 4th. They clearly don't respect our receivers on the outside as Emmett Longo's got a step and he's got the catch. This is what I'm talking about. I maybe feel a little bit hesitant about letting the CPU go up and catch that one, but I was hoping he wouldn't have done that jump animation to go get it. As we're going to hand off to Draghi, he's got corner and not the touchdown, but we have 1st and goal. What a long and successful drive this turned out to be. The play Briggs Cherry makes early on really makes the difference here as Draghi almost piles into the end zone. Did I call Briggs Cherry Briggs Draghi? I really hope I didn't. As 2nd and goal here, we're going to hand off to Draghi, and he is going to score! UTSA ahead in this national championship game. LSU driving the ball down the field on their own here, as it's going to be 3rd and 8 for their offense. Their quarterback just won the Heisman, the best player in college football from what the awards tell us, but he is not going to find anything on 3rd down there, and they're going to kick a field goal. Back on offense again for them here, unfortunately, so we're going to have to make another stop. It's 3rd and 8 on their own 49. Playing a little bit of man coverage, maybe regret that as he's going to roll out, and the receiver drops it. We're given a gift there, but once again, LSU, we continue to not be able to find much of anything on offense of our own, as it's 3rd and 14. Definitely looking to pass the ball, so we're going to try to play the sticks and keep them short as they're going to go to the screen, and we blow that up behind the line. So they're going to have to punt the ball back here, but we continue to not be able to find success. But it's 3rd down, and we have an opportunity here on offense again. It's 7-3 still here deep in the 2nd quarter as we only find 1 on 3rd and 5. And they're going to ask us to go for it on 4th down here as it's 4th and 4, and we're going to drop back to pass and find Prince Hall and pick up the first just barely. Oh my goodness, and we get deeper into the red zone here. We're on their 3-yard line with 47 seconds left here in the first, or in the first half, I should say. And we're going to hand off to Brad Drake. The burst is electric. It's 14-3 as we get into halftime. I can't believe what I'm witnessing here. LSU is going to take the lead here late. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, this is not the time for us to collapse here. It's 3rd and 7. As we are deep in LSU territory late in this game, as Nazir Amos is wide open over the middle. He breaks a tackle, and he's going to not get into the end zone, but we are on LSU's 1-yard line here. Clock dipping under 9 minutes left in this game. On the 1-yard line here, Chad Draghi bounces off the tackle and scores! LSU driving down the field on their ensuing drive. Under 7 minutes to go here. It's 3rd and 10 for them, however. Quarterback in the shotgun. He's going to drop back to pass. We're going to try to play the middle of the field as well as we can. They're going to throw it on the comeback route, and we can't keep up with their receiver. And he's going to score. Oh, my goodness. And we are driving the ball this time. Okay, this is going to be... Okay, I see what's happening. 3rd and 3 here. And we hand the ball off to Chad Draghi, and we do sort through the mess for a first. And we are in the red zone here. And we have the opportunity to play with the clock in this game. As Chad Draghi is going to find huge gaps there on first. I'm not talking at this point right now. I'm in full lock-in mode. We are going full armchair coach mode here. It's 2nd and inches. LSU has really struggled to stop our run game today. So I'm content to continue to rely on our bigs, our running backs. Deuce Lawrence is going to break the tackle, and just like we almost didn't do, we're going to try to keep out of the end zone. We're going to waste as much of this clock as we possibly can. We're going to make it as hard for LSU as possible to score. As we'll let the clock run all the way down to about 2 seconds here. We're going to hand off, and we will pile across. And with that, there's 2:31 on the clock. LSU only needs a field goal to tie this game, a touchdown to win it. So unfortunately, this is not what I would refer to as being a safe lead as all, as they're going to hand off on 1st down here. We're still before the 2-minute warning here, so they're not necessarily forced to throw the ball here, at least early on in the drive. They're going to look to hand the ball off again on 2nd, and we blow that up again. It's going to be 3rd and 6, as LSU is just getting this drive off the ground, but we are playing defense to win championships here. 3rd and 6, they're going to fake the handoff, and we cannot knock the ball out, and the receiver is going to get out of bounds here with 1:58 on the clock. 1st and 10, under 2 minutes now. They're running the RPO, and there is no one nearby. Oh, my goodness. Where was the defense that time? That is like the worst possible thing there, as they're going to throw another RPO, but we find that we were prepared this time, as we're going to continue to maybe rely on the man coverage if they're going to run plays like that. 2nd and 11. Going to play the zone over the middle. They are running an actual passing play. This time we were there, but couldn't make the tackle. And they are well within field goal range now. Now the key thing is keeping them from scoring the touchdown. They're going to drop back to pass once again. The quick shot to the receiver there. And that's like the worst tackle animation possible. If we're going to do this, can you at least like not screw me? Like, you're already screwing me. Can you make it less obvious? As they're in the shotgun here on 1st and 10, going to fake the handoff and throw the slant. Who was guarding the receiver there? LSU takes another timeout. And in the pistol here on 1st and goal, they are going to begin trying to run the ball to win this game. And it becomes a what do I do here? I don't think I call the timeout. I have faith that my defense can stand tall here. On 2nd, we knock the ball away. 3rd and goal here. And we are there for it on 3rd and goal as well. LSU is going to try to kick the field goal to tie this game with 23 seconds left. And they will indeed put it up and through. We are more than likely going to overtime. LSU obviously playing to protect the field or the deep shot here. Can we maybe find some big chunks here? We do have timeouts, as we will find a big chunk to put us on the 50 with 8 seconds. Prevent defense can absolutely lose you the football game. And I think we go for something just like what we just ran, as they are maybe geared up to protect more of the middle of the field this time. As we look to pass, we're going to try to find our receiver. Cannot get it in there. So, unfortunately, our recourse here, as actually I'm going to call a timeout if we're going to be forced to call a different play here. So, I mean, I guess our last option here before going to overtime is throwing one last shot up to Emmett Longo, and he's going to come down with it. I mean, it would have been nice to have that last play, but we are going to enter overtime in the college football playoff for the national championship, no less, as we win the toss, and we're going to come out on defense first and try to keep LSU out of the end zone. If we succeed on defense first, that means we don't have to worry about anything else except for scoring. So on 1st and 10 of LSU's drive here, they are in the shotgun. They're going to look to pass right away, and we're going to roll right by the receiver catching the pass there. I mean, wow. Not the hottest start to overtime here. 1st and 10 for them in our territory, or in our red zone here on the 14. Faking the handoff, and the quarterback's going to throw up a duck. Oh, my God. Why couldn't that have been in bounds? 2nd and 10. Oh, my God. I can feel my cortisol through the roof, dude. And they're going to drop back to pass again. He's going to throw one on the run, and we're going to stop them short here. And it's going to be 3rd and 2 for LSU. They're probably going to keep throwing the ball through the air because we knock it out. We knock it out. We get it. Oh, my God. We are a field goal away from the national championship. We're going to hand off to Deuce Lawrence. He's going to make a man miss. It's 1st and goal on the LSU 8. We're going to keep the ball on the ground. There's no reason for us to risk anything stupid with a pass. Briggs Cherry, handoff to Draghi. He's going to fall forward for about 2. 2nd and goal. Once again, still plenty of time for us if we need to score some other way. 2nd and goal. Deuce Lawrence is going to get the handoff. Nothing doing that time. And then on 3rd and goal here, we try to score the touchdown. We're going to drop back to pass. George Nijman's got a step. We've got a touchdown! UTSA is champion! 5 years in the making. Can you believe it? Your UTSA Roadrunners are national champions. I cannot believe what happened in this episode. I cannot believe what has happened in this episode. Oh my God, we did it. I feel like Jason Tatum right now. Chad Draghi, 24 for 138 and 4 touchdowns today. As we walk away from this season, national champions. Can you believe the turnaround from our loss against Nebraska? Briggs Cherry, 20 of 29 for 257 and a touchdown. Chad Draghi, we know about his performance. Deuce Lawrence, not doing much of anything. George Nijman, clutch touchdown in overtime. The defense coming up huge with so many tackles for loss. A couple of sacks, no interceptions, but the most important fumble, Jermaine Santana Diaz, is the reason this team is a national title winner. And there it is, the pop-up to make it official. After so many trials and tribulations, ups and downs, and an absolutely electric college football playoff run, we have done it. We have won a national championship. But of course, our work doesn't end here. We still have the goal of winning a couple more of these national championships before we hang our hat up here at UTSA and move on to the next program that needs our attention. As we can see this new screen that they've added for our end of season recap, and we can see that our budget will indeed increase for next year. The end of the season, as you can see, we have got a new budget, definitely. Another 2,300 points for us to spend on our roster. And that is where the episode ends. I can't believe it, everybody. We have finally done it. From the depths of the American Conference to the top of the college football playoff world. What a season it has been, and what an episode this has been in particular. If you dug this episode and loved seeing our team finally reach that #1 rank, as you see up there at the top, and win the national title, leave a like, a comment down below saying how excited you are about us winning a championship. I don't know. Pick something of your fancy and hit the subscribe button while you're there so our channel can continue to grow as we continue to improve this roster. And I will hope to catch you in the off-season stream here very soon, and I will catch you soon. Take care.